after the completion of the evolution of the heart, next we are discussing about the structure of the human heart. The structure of the heart. So we know that already we are discussing about what is the heart. The heart is one of the muscular organ. Okay, it is one of the pumping organ. So we know that heart is one of the muscular and pumping organ. It is located in the thoracic region. It is completely covered by the, what is that, sternum. That is known as the outermost. The rib cage is covered by the lungs along with what is that, heart. Is located in the mediastinum. In between of the two lungs, the lung have containing one of the depression. The depression is known as a cardiac notch. Let's discuss in the detailed information about the what is the structure of the heart. The heart is one of the muscular organ. It is one of the muscular. It is one of the muscular organ. It is originated. It is derived from. It is originated from the mesodermal origin. It is derived from the mesodermal origin. Mesodermal origin in embryonic development. Embryonic development. So the heart is located in the chest cavity or chest region. Located in chest is located in the chest or mediastinum. Mediastinum. Covered by mediastinum or thoracic region or chest region. It is completely covered by, what is that, thoracic or sternum. With that, sternum. Yes. Where it is located? Located in the sternum or thoracic region in the mediastinum. So there is located in between of, very very important, these are located in between of two lungs. They are located in between of two lungs. The left lung have one of the depression. The left lung have one of the depression. The depression is called as a cardiac notch. The depression is known as a cardiac notch. Which one? The left lung have one of the depression. The depression is known as a cardiac notch. In this notch is fixing. Nothing but it is one of the site for the cardia. The site of the cardia. Site of cardia. One of the site of cardia. Which is one? Not what is a cardiac notch is one of the site of the cardia. It is located in between of two lungs in cardiac notch region. Are you clear? Yes. What is the size? The size of heart. It is the healthy human, the adult individuals are consistent of the closed fist size. Closed fist size. Next one. The size of the heart, approximately 12 centimeters. Very very important. 12 centimeters of long and 9 centimeters of width. 12 centimeters of long and what is the 9 centimeters of width. The weight of heart, cardia, is the difference between male and females. The females, the weight of heart in females 230 to 250 grams. 250 to 230 to 250 grams in female. In males, the cardia is heavier than female. Nothing but is larger than female. Nothing but heavier than female. These are 240 to 320 grams. Which one? The heart is the heavier than female in male individual. These are 240 to 320 grams in male. 230 to 250 grams in female. Yes. What is the structure? This one located, size and structure. What is the structure? What is the heart is one of the triangular like structure or pyramid. It's a triangular or conical like structure. So this is the basic information. Okay. Next one, the study about the heart. The study about the heart is called as a cardiology. Study about heart is called cardiology. So the heart is one of the unique muscle. The heart is one of the unique The heart is one of the unique muscle. Heart is one of the unique muscle. Why? Because these are completely absence of. What are they? These are completely absence of muscle fibers. This is called as one of the unique muscle. Yes. What is the heart is made up of the wall of the heart containing three regions are there. The wall of the heart, the heart is made up of three different type of muscle. First one, outermost muscle is called as a epicardium. The middle one is called as a myocardium. Innermost heart is called as a endocardium. Epicardium, myocardium and endocardium. What is the first one is epicardium. The wall of heart is known as epicardium. Second one is myocardium. Third one is endocardium. Let's see the detailed information about the epi, endo and what is that myocardium. Let's first we are discussing about the inner to outermost walls of the heart. First one, the innermost is known as endocardium. It is located in the inner side of the heart. The innermost wall of the heart. The innermost wall of the heart is called as a endocardium. This endocardium is made up of simple squamous epithelial membrane. Very, very important. The endocardium is made up of simple squamous. Already we are discussing in first year. Squamous epithelium. Simple squamous epithelium. So this is known as a the inner wall of the heart. It's called epicardium. Are you clear? So the middle one is called as a myocardium. The middle one is known as a myocardium. There is a very strong and hardest muscles are there. There is no muscle fibers. This is known as the hardest muscle is known as a myocardium. This is a myocardium. It is made up of the hard muscle. This is a very special and unique muscle. Remaining last one is known as epicardium. The epicardium is the outermost wall of the heart. Outermost wall of the heart is known as a epicardium, or outermost wall of the heart is called as epicardium. This epicardium also made up of simple squamous epithelial membrane. So the first one, the endocardium and epicardium both are made up of simple squamous epithelium, but the remaining middle heart is made up of myocardium is made up of the heart muscle. It is one of the stronger muscle. So this is the detailed information about what is the basic information about the structure of the heart. Next we are discussing about what is the structure, what is how many branches are there. Next one we are right to in detail. First one, the heart is evoluted from first one fishes to amphibians, amphibians to reptiles, reptiles to aves, aves to mammalia. So the mammalians, the aves and mammalians are both have a four-chambered heart. The structure of the heart, the mammalians and the aves are consistent of how many? There is a four-chambered heart. Let's see the diagram. The anterior part of the apex of the heart is known as one of the bulging part or wider. The posterior one of the heart is the narrow. Let's see the diagram. Just wait. Yes, so the heart is completely consistent of 4 chambered heart. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4 chambered heart. Let's discussing about the each and every chamber in detail. More number of the upward and downward projections are there in the inner wall of inner side of the heart. As well as the left side also consistent of the more number of the what is the upward and downward projections are there. Let's first what is the normal structure of the heart. Next we are give the number of the labeling and parts of the heart. First one, the heart consistent of the 4 chambers. This one is indicate the right of the heart. That is called as a right atrium. This is one is a left atrium. Right and left atrium. So right and right atrium and right ventricles. Right atrium and right ventricles. This one is left atrium and left ventricles. Left atrium and left ventricles. Left atrium and left ventricles. So, first we are discussing about the 4 chambers of the heart. First 4 chambers of the heart. So, these are 4 chambers. The first, the anterior part of the heart, that is known as a apex part of the heart containing 2 small, what is that? 2 small chambers are known as the atrium. These are known as the right and left atriums are there. Right and left atriums are there. So this right and left atriums are completely separated by right atrium and left atriums are completely separated by one of the what is that? One of the septum, that is called as a what is the right and left auricular septum. This right and right atrium and left atrium both are separated by. Are you clear? Right atrium and left atrium both are separated by one of the septum or one of the division, that is known as a right auricular septum. That septum is called as a right auricular septum. Listen carefully. Right and left auricular septum. Which one? These 2 are divided by one of the septum is known as the right and left auricular septum. So in between of the 2 auricles, in this embryonic development, there is a in between of the 2 auricles are have a one of the valve. In the embryonic development, there is a connection in between of 2 valves. In this embryonic development, there is a connection in between of 2 auricles through the one of the valve. That valve is called as a foramen ovalis. The valve is called foramen ovalis. So that valve is completely closed when after the birth. When after the birth, the valve is closed. So after the valve is closes, there is a shown some of the notch or depression. These are shown some of the notch or depression. This depression is called as a foramen ovae. Foramen ovae. What are that? So in this embryonic development, the 2 arteries will connect together through the one of the valve. 2 arteries are opens to connect with together by the one of the valve. The valve is called as a foramen ovalis. The valve is called as in before birth, in the fetus development. Foramen, listen carefully. Foramen ovalis. The foramen ovalis is one of the valve. It is one of the valve before the birth. These are having one of the valve. After the birth, the valve is completely closed. After the birth, the valve is completely closed. But there is a heavy one of the depression. The valve is closest, but there is a heavy some of the depression. So this depression or notch appears in between of the 2 right and left auricles. So this notch is called. So this notch is called as a foramen ovae. foramen ovale. So this notch is called foramen ovale. So this notch is never closed after the birth. That condition is called, what is that? The heart hole. We are calling, normally we are calling the children are majorly affected from the heart hole diseases. Why? Because the not proper closing of the foramen ovalis, that is leads into heart hole. That leads into heart hole. Are you clear? So the right and left auricles are completely separated by one of the septum is called as a auriculo, right and left auricular septum. When the before and nothing but before the birth and nothing but the fetal development, there is a two auricles are connecting together or opening together through the one of the opening or one of the valve. That valve is called as a foramen ovalis. After the birth, the ovalis will become closed. So these are having some of the depression. See, like structure semi-circular. Nothing but one of the depression was occurs in between of two auricles, that is known as a foramen ovale. Are you clear? This is the information about this one. Okay, next one. So all these auricles, in these auricles, which one? Right auricles. The right auricles carries. What is the right auricles consistence of deoxygenized blood? Are you clear? The right auricles are carries deoxygenized blood from the various parts of the body. What is that? The right auricles are carries deoxygenized blood from the various parts of the body through the three veins. Let's see the diagram of these three veins. Please concentrate. This topic comes in examination 100% in 8 marks. What is that? The three veins. First opening, three veins. Second one, the below of depression have a one of the vein. So first one is this carries the deoxygenized blood from the various parts of the body through the three veins are there. First one is superior vena cava. First one is, let's labeling. This one is superior vena cava. Superior vena cava. Below of this one is known as inferior vena cava. Superior vena cava and inferior vena cava. This last one, third one is known as coronary sinus, not a coronary sinus. Coronary sinus. What is the importance? What is these responsible for? These three veins are responsible for carries the deoxygenized blood from the various parts of the body and releasing into right chamber of the auricles, right chamber of the auricles. Are you clear? When it is carries the deoxygenized blood, when it is carries deoxygenized blood and releasing into right atrium, these are have some of the valves. These are when it is releasing into blood into the right atrium, these are have a valves. Which one? These three veins are containing valves. First one, the superior vena cava. Superior vena cava containing a one pair of the valve is known as oblique valve. Which valves are there? Oblique valve. Oblique valve. So this one containing one of the valve. This valve is called Eustachian valve. Eustachian valve. Which valve? The inferior vena cava containing Eustachian valve. Superior vena cava containing oblique valve. Next one, the coronary sinus containing Thebaceous valve. Very, very important. These are containing one of the valve that is called as a Thebaceous valve. Are you clear? So it is carries deoxygenized blood. Deoxygenized blood. So are you clear? So deoxygenized blood enters into the right atrium. So So these are releasing into right atrium. So what is the importance of superior vena cava? The superior vena cava carries above the superior parts of the body. What is the important? It is carries the deoxygenated blood from the superior parts of the body. Means these are carries the deoxygenated blood from the above the heart. From the above the heart. These are carries the deoxygenated. Which one? Superior vena cava carries the blood from the above the heart. Above the heart, nothing but these are carries the deoxygenated blood from the neck, face, or cranium. What is the brain and shoulders, hands. These are carries. Which one? Superior vena cava carries the superior parts of the heart or superior parts of the body. That is known as the heart. What is that? Hands, brain. What is the cranial, facial, and what is the neck, shoulders. Are you clear? So this is the responsible for the carries the above the heart. With the inferior vena cava, what is the importance? Inferior vena cava carries deoxygenated blood from the below or superior of the inferior of the heart, like remaining parts of what is that? Stomach, what is the legs, or internal organs or etc. Are you clear? So this one, which one? Coronary sinus. What is that? These are carries deoxygenated blood from the heart only. It is coronary sinus. It is also carries deoxygenated blood from the only heart. It is carries deoxygenated blood from the heart only. Are you clear? So this is the information about the this one. Next one. What is the right atrium? The right atrium leads into what is the right ventricle? Right atrium leads into right ventricles. So when these are opens into right ventricles, there is a one of the valve. There is one of the valve is up here. So that valve is called as a right auricular ventricular valve. That valve is called, very important, right auricular ventricular valve. That valve is called right auricular ventricular valve. The right auricles opens into ventricles region. Through the one of the valve is called as a right auricular ventricular valve. These valves are consistent of a flaps. These are having one of the flaps are, these are look like flask or a cusps like structure. So these are how many? 3 in number. These are how many? 3 in number. So this type of valve is called as a tricuspid valve. This valve is called. There are how many flaps are there? 3 flaps are there. There is a 3 flaps are there in between of right auricle and ventricles. So these are allowing of the blood from the right auricles to right ventricles region. So how many? The 3 are there. These are called as a this valve is called as a tricuspid valve. Cuspid valve. Are you clear? This valve is called tricuspid valve. Are you clear? Yes. So we are discussing about the right ventricles. After the completion of the right auricle, next one, right ventricles. So the right ventricles are having a very largest chamber in the total heart. Compare with is a very large, is small. The remaining all are small. Compare with remaining all 3 chambers. All chambers, the right ventricles is a very largest chamber in our heart. Are you clear? Yes. So these are consistent of the more number of the depressions are there. The more number of the projections are small and large projections are there in the ventricles region. The small and large projections. Very small and large projections are there. So the small and large projections are belongs to bundle of his. The small projections are called as a chordae tendineae. Very, very important. The small projections are called. The small projections are there in the wall of ventricles. The small projections are there in the wall of ventricles are known as a chordae tendineae. What is the small projections are known as? Small projections of the muscle are called as a chordae tendineae. Are you clear? Chordae tendineae. So these chordae tendineae are useful for holding off The cardiac tendons are useful for holding of flaps. Cardiac tendons are useful for the holding of the flaps. These are holding. What is the function? Holding of flaps. So when it is holding, when the auricle contraction was occur, the blood is flows into ventricles region. So the ventricles are contracts, the valves are completely closed. Auricles contracts, the valve is open. The auricles contracts, the valves are open, the blood is enters into the ventricles. When the ventricles are contracts, the valves are closed. The valves are closed. So what is the purpose? These are holding of the flaps by the cardiac tendon. So the large projection of the muscle is called as a papillary muscle. Papillary muscle. Note down everyone. Papillary muscles. Papillary muscle. Are you clear? So the papillary muscles. So what is that? The cardiac tendon, the papillary muscles is next one. The below of the papillary muscle consistent of columnae of carne. The below of the papillary muscle is known as a columnae carne. It is also one of the muscle. Are you clear? What is that? The small. So this cardiac tendon, papillary muscle and columna of cardiac tendon. The below of the largest projections are known. Largest projected muscle is known as a depressions or projections are known as a what is the papillary muscle? Below of the papillary bundle of his. What is the bundle of his? Papillary muscle and cardiac tendon and columna of carne. These three are called as a bundle of his. So this is called, this is known as a muscle. This muscle is known as a myocardium. Middle of the heart. Are you clear? This is known as epicardium. That is the last one is an endocardium. So this is known as a bundle of his. So in the myocardium region, the more number of the fiber-like projection, fiber-like tubules are there. The myocardium have a number of the fiber-like tubules are there. These are called as a Purkinje fibers. These are known as a Purkinje fibers. Where it is located? In the myocardium region or bundle of his. In this myocardium region or bundle of his have one of the tubules like what fibrils are there or fibers are there. These fibers are called as a Purkinje fibers. So what is important? These are transporting of the electrical impulse passing through the all over the heart for the rhythmic contraction. Are you clear? Yes. This is the right auricles and right ventricles. Next we are move to left auricles and left ventricles. So the left auricles. It is carries the left auricles. It is a very smallest chamber. It is carried a small and thickest chamber. Small and thick chamber. Not a thickest chamber of the all. It is also one of the thickest chamber. Thick chamber. So it is carries oxygenized blood. Are you clear? It is carries deoxygenized blood. Which one? Right one. Left one is carries oxygenized blood from the what is the lungs region. Are you clear? Through the one of the two pairs of the pulmonary are you clear? These are carries oxygenized blood from the lungs. Carries the oxygenized blood from the lungs. Through the pulmonary veins. How many? These are 4 in number. How many? These are 4 in number. And nothing but 2 pairs are there. The remaining 2 are these. So these are carries oxygenized blood into right atrium. So in this right atrium, it is totally completely filled with oxygenized blood. When after it is releasing into which one? Right ventricles region. So throw in between of the right auricles and right ventricle, left auricles and left ventricles are completely separated by left auriculoventricular septum. Left auricles and left ventricles are separated by left auricular, left ventricular valves. Are you clear? Yes. These are two pulmonary veins. These are also two. How many? These are four pair. Two pairs are in number. So these are called as a bicuspid valve. Called as a bicuspid valve, or this valve is called as a mitral valve. Mitral valve. Bicuspid valve or mitral valve. So the oxygenated blood was directly releasing into right to left ventricles region. Through the one of the valve is known as a what is that? Bicuspid valve. Next one, the left ventricle. So the left ventricle is a very smallest and very thickest chamber. Smallest and very thickest chamber in complete heart. It is a very largest and thin. It is very short and thick. It is very smaller and thickest chamber. Thickest chamber in our body. So it is carries the oxygenized blood. So this is the information about the right auricle and right ventricles. Next one, left auricles and left ventricles. Next one, right auricles and right ventricles. Right and left auricles and right ventricles are completely separated by right and left ventricular septum. Right ventricles and left ventricles are separated by right ventricular and right ventricular septum. These are completely separated by right and left ventricles are separated by ventricular septum. Right and left ventricular septum. Are you clear? Yes. After the contraction of the auricles, the blood is moves into right and left ventricles region. So the oxygenized blood was there in the left region of the ventricle, left chamber of the ventricles. Next one, the deoxygenized blood was there in the right chamber of the ventricles. So when the contraction was occurs in the ventricles region, so the deoxygenized blood is carries to the one of the region that is known as the pulmonary arteries carries deoxygenated blood from the right ventricles to the pulmonary region. Let's see the diagram. While the contraction was occur, yes, while the contraction was occur, what is the right ventricles will be contracted, the deoxygenized blood. Are you clear? The deoxygenized blood will move forward into pulmonary artery, pulmonary aorta, pulmonary artery. The deoxygenized blood are transformed into the pulmonary artery. When finally the pulmonary artery splits into two branches, right pulmonary artery and left pulmonary artery. These are moves divides into two. What is first one is the right pulmonary artery. The remaining one carries the left pulmonary artery. Are you clear? The deoxygenized blood is moves into the pulmonary artery, carries the pulmonary artery through the pulmonary artery to lungs region through the pulmonary artery. So these are completely separated by the left and right one. The right pulmonary arteries carries deoxygenized blood into right lung. The left one is carries to left lung. Okay. So when it is the contraction was occur, there is one of the valve is present. There is one of the valve is present in pulmonary artery region. That valve is called as a semilunar valve. Semilunar valve, very very important. What is the valve in between? Valve is there in the pulmonary artery. There is a valve is there in pulmonary artery, that is known as semilunar valve. And as well as the left ventricles also will be contracted. So that oxygenized blood The oxygenized blood is transforms into various parts of the body through the one of the aorta, that is known as a systematic aorta. That aorta is known as a systemic aorta. Let's see the labeling of systemic aorta. Systemic aorta. The systematic aorta carries the oxygenized blood from the left chamber of the heart to various parts of the body. When the what is the systematic aorta can be divided into three veins are there. That is known as a branchial aorta. Next one subclavian aorta and pulmonary aorta. These are known as first one branchial. Nothing but transporting of oxygenized blood into heart for their metabolic activities. Next one cutaneous. It is transporting of the oxygenized blood into skin. Next aorta carries the subclavian region of the body. Okay, so these are also consistent of one of the valve. That valve is known as a semilunar valve. Semilunar valve. Are you clear? So this is the internal structure of the heart.